random episode of Drop Gear live from Trash Panda Racing in San Leon, Texas. It's about 9 million degrees today and 300% humidity, so if you see sweat stains under my armpits, just deal with it. It's going to be fine. So I am making this video for all of us that have a BMW in its natural habitat, which is the blown up engine out of the car with the replacement engine being rebuilt. And part of that rebuilding process is having to mess with the Vanos Valvetronic springs. So I purchased, well, the team purchased, thank you, Dan, the $500 tool from FCP Euro, but there were no instructional videos on how this thing works. And so because of that, I decided I was going to make an instructional video. Dun, 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 dun. So I'll be your instructor today. I'm going to try to position the phone in a spot that makes sense. We've got a thing of masking tape here that I'm going to set the phone in. There we go. Nice. Open the door up a little more, get a better light. All right. For those that are wondering, 1982 Lancia. Okay, so possible to put into the assembly without cursing or doing all kinds of terrible things. So the good folks at FCP Euro made this device, which works pretty darn cool. So you take your spring. There's terrible lighting, isn't it? Let me see if I can fix this. There we go, that's better. Okay, so you take the spring and you got to put it into the tool like so. It doesn't matter if it's actually in the spring compressors or not just yet. What you're trying to do is get the spring guys into the little teeth guys, and then you tighten it down using the tightener thingy. Very technical terms here. And I'm using technical terms like this because FCP Euro does not even give an instruction manual or instruction videos on how to do this. So now that we are somewhat positioned, we now have to get this entire device to go into the engine. Well, into the valve train anyway. And what you do is you line it up, and you want your shaft lobe to be as far away from the valve as possible. So you want to manually move the shaft, and that gets harder once you put the springs in. You can use a 1 1/8 socket, is close enough to turn the intake shaft, but you want to relieve the pressure on your rollers so that you get enough slack to get the spring behind it. So we're going to take this guy and set it there, and then I want to manually open the spring up to get it behind the intermediate rollers. I'll move the camera here in a second. And then once you get it up and behind and you get it in place, you just let it sit there for a second. Now, that's what that looks like. Let me flip the camera around so I can see what I'm showing you. So that's the spring in position with the arm behind the rocker, right? So now we come around and we have to make sure down there. So I'm gonna let's compress the spring. It's gonna be fun. Okay, you pay $500 for is this moment. And then compression teeth like that. There we go. And we just squeeze it until the latch catches it. And now we can put it in place. Get our screw. Put that in place. Get it started. And then we go to the back and make sure that our spring is landing in the little spots. I'm going to zoom in here to show you what I'm talking about. So that spring base here, come on, there we go. That there goes in there. I'm just screwing this all up, aren't I? Yep, that goes in there. And you have to get them lined up before you relieve all the tension. Again, this is my version of instructions of how to use this tool, because FCP Euro does not give instructions on how to use the tool, which is okay. All right, that looks pretty lined up. I'm going to go ahead and tighten that down. It's tightened, clips are in place. I'm now going to release the spring, release the tension of the spring, and it snaps in place. Just like that. Then loosen up the thingy, and there you go. In place, in place. Now we need to make sure that our, there we go, they're clicking. Yep, then we make sure that the rockers are lined up in the lobes. And that's it. That only took 7 minutes, and I was fumbling with it the entire time. What a fantastic tool. I just wish they would have given some instructions on how to use it. But that's it. That's Trash Panda's BMW wrenching tips for the day. Have a great day, everybody. Enjoy your Sunday, and get ready for Sebring under the stars. It's going to be awesome.